started.
Daryl Mack. Okay, e4. Let's see. What have I done against e4? Played a Scotch. Played e5, Sicilian, Scandinavian, so French. Time for a French. Aha, c4. Bishop c4 against the French defense. What is this? I think you can play d5 anyway. Why not? Hits the bishop, gains a tempo. And let's just defend the pawn, maybe play c6 and try and prove the bishop is misplaced over there. Also bishop c4 and d3. Bishop d3, d6. Bishop d6 or c5, I was debating. So he can play d4. He doesn't have to play d4. Kind of suspicious play. You know, I could just I'm playing kind of dubiously. Bishop c7, queen d6, and checkmate. How does he respond? Okay, he noticed that. But it did weaken his pawns here, number one. And number two is bishop is not pinning my knight because my queen is on d6 here. So maybe that wasn't entirely a wasted maneuver. But what now? I should develop some of these other pieces. Maybe bishop here will be annoying. His light squared bishop is on the wrong side of the board. And a knight here would be an interesting piece. Let's see. From there to there. Why don't I try this? Knight here, here, here. And okay. Oh. That's a pretty clever maneuver. If I move my queen, I'm losing my bishop. Yeah. If I play knight here, then he has pawn to d4, pinning my knight. So am I losing a piece here? Well, knight here, pawn to d4, knight here, check. Gives me some time. I went with the knight. Okay. So now this square is covered. So I can move the knight with check and then move my queen away, but I will lose the knight. Okay, so I can defend the knight. This way and see what he does next. So maybe I'm not losing a piece. This is interesting. Knight here, I can take it. Here, okay. So I haven't lost my knight yet, and now I can just how many attackers? There's 2 attackers, 2 defenders, so I can just move my queen out of the pen. And I think I will do that. So I have survived this mistake. His pawn on d3 is hanging. f3 is well covered. Yeah, so he did not defend d3. So let's take it. Daryl Mack is just playing way too fast. If you look at his time, it's still at 8 minutes, which is the time he started with. So he's been moving at the rate of 4 seconds per move. And obviously we're out of the opening. This is nobody's this is nobody's opening line. I can guarantee that. So he should have been stopping to think sooner than this moment where he is finally stopping to think. So these moves are kind of forced, but I'm a pawn up. I just have to retrieve this knight from its awkward position and should be okay. I'm also... do I want to take it? I can take on b7, b2. Take on b2. I can take on f2. I can take on d5 there too. So many choices. How about rook here check? Isn't that the best choice? Yeah, just rook here.
Check.
The king has no moves. Yeah, so two pieces for a queen. I mean a rook. It's a rook and a piece for a queen. So this is guarded by the knight currently. But I think it will be a good idea to give my king some lift anyway. That way my knight is free to move. So bishop, knight, and queen versus bishop, knight, and rook and knight. So it's a queen for a rook and a knight, and he got a pawn back. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So he takes here, and I take back. The pawns are even, whereas before I was up a pawn. So that was okay for me, I guess. And he's got this pawn is attacked and pinned. Maybe I can play c5 here and harass his knight. The other advantage of playing c5 is maybe I get my queen on this diagonal. He can block it with his knights. His knights are well positioned to defend now. Yeah, he goes there right away. Okay, so let's hit this knight. Can't go here or here. Can't go back there. He can go to here. But wherever he goes, he will be undefending his knight. Oh, he can pin. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, queen here, hitting the knight again, unpinning the pawn. And then when he goes there, this is a double attack of the two knights. So if I haven't miscalculated, I think he's going to have trouble. Oh no, he can just go back where he came from. This is just a repetition. Silly, silly, silly.
Check.
Okay, yeah, there is no need for that. Of course, maybe you wanted more than a draw.
Check.
Oh, that's good. That's a very clever tactic. Okay. Yeah, so he's a rook up. Okay, well, that was an entertaining game. I got caught napping while I was talking about how my opponent was moving too fast. Okay, I'm going to upload this one and see you guys later. Bye.